Uh-huh. In this section, I want us to look at menus and footers. Okay, so we are going to define what a menu is and what a footer is. Now, let us begin with menus. Menus, simply put, as a collection of links or navigation links that lead to different kind of web pages. For example, if I clicked on that button right there, the About Us, it will lead us to the About Us page. And also, if I clicked on the Home button, it will lead us to the Home button. So together, collectively, they form a menu. So simply put, a menu is a collection of links and that lead to web pages. Okay, or redirects to web pages. So that is what we're going to look at. So there are different kinds of menus in WordPress, and the most common one being the primary menu. Okay, so the primary menu is the main menu actually from the word primary. It is the main menu. So when you first log into a website or visit a website, the first menu that you see at the top, usually it occurs at the top of the website. So that is the primary menu. And its primary, okay, its main function is to give you links that lead to other or redirects to other web pages within the website. So that is primarily the work of the primary menu. Okay, now moving on. So that is the primary menu. Then we also have the secondary menu. Now the secondary menu, on the other hand, just like the primary menu, it also leads to other pages. Only that it occurs below. It occurs below the primary menu. So like this menu, the much more menu or button is a sub menu. Is a sub menu of the primary menu. Okay. So let us move on. So that is how you identify a secondary menu. So let us use an example of this website to see HubSpot. Let me show you a good example of a secondary menu, a primary and secondary menu. Okay, so the first menu that you see when you visit a website is their primary menu. It is often at the top of the website. So like this one is the product, solution, pricing together all make the primary menu. Now, if you happen to hover over one of the menus, over one of the links, then it produces another and it gives you a drop down. Now, this drop down is what we call the sub menu. Okay, so we have a primary menu, we have the primary menu, and also the sub menu. The primary menu, secondary menu, or the sub menu. Okay. Now moving on to the off canvas menu or the hamburger menu. Now this occurs in small size screens. Let me move to Elementor so that I can show you in demonstration how a canvas menu looks like. So in small screens you will find canvas, or in other word, aka also known as hamburger menu. Okay, so canvas or hamburger, and it often occurs in small sized screens like phones and tablets. So to better demonstrate what I'm saying is using the phone portrait. So it is often seen in small sized screens like phones and tablets. Okay, so that is how it looks like. It looks like a hamburger with a sandwich within. Okay, so that is the canvas or hamburger menu. So it has a drop down if you click on it, but basically that is it. That is where it occurs, the hamburger or the canvas menu. Okay, now the logged in menu, this one is a special kind of menu because it can be a hamburger, it can be a primary, or it can be a secondary menu. But one condition has to be met, okay? And the condition is that a user must be logged in so that they can access that menu. So for example, I don't know if you guys have visited if you visited maybe Jumia or any other e-commerce um, platform, you'll notice that you need to log in before you can access some other kinds of menus like the bucket. What do we call it? I think the bucket menu, something like that. Or yeah, but a condition has to be met. So it could be a primary menu, but a condition must be met that the user or the visitor to that website must be logged in. Okay. So moving on, we have the footer menu. Now the footer menu is just a menu, but within the footer section. Now that is what we are going to talk also. That is also what we're going to talk about. Now, like this one, as you can see, the quick menu here is the same as the one we have up here. Only that it appears under the footer section. Now, let me briefly talk about the footer section. Come back to this website. So there's this section down here. And there is this section down here. So this black section you see here, this section in black that contains what seem to be a list of web pages and a summary of other things like app partnership and whatever, and also social media links. Now this section is what we call the footer section. Now it is very necessary that a website has a footer section because the function of a footer section is to summarize whatever information you have in your website. So, for example, you had maybe contacts. Maybe let's say you had a contact page. Let us say, or yeah, let us assume that you had a contact page on your website, and you want a client to quickly. You want a client to quickly see your numbers or email so that they can take action. Then this is where you list your numbers and whatever, your contact list, okay, your contact information. So the footer section is basically a summary. Anything that you'd want the client or the visitor to quickly see, just summarize it, put it in a footer section like this one, okay. So that is basically what a footer section does. So in this video or this class, I want us to look at those two: how to create a footer section and how to create menus. So to start with, okay, we said earlier that a menu is a collection of links, and these links redirect you to web pages. Okay, so that means that we are going to need pages. If we are going to create a menu, then we are going to need more pages. So that is what I'm going to do. Create more pages so that we can create a menu. Okay. So to create a page, let us come to our dashboard, WordPress dashboard. This is how you do it. Go to pages, all pages. Now I had created a few, but let me just add like two of them in Swahili version so that we can differentiate between what we already have and what we don't have. So let us say Nyumbani. Let us create a page and name it Nyumbani for home. Let's assume that we are creating a Swahili version of our menu. Okay, so I'll publish that. I think it is published. I'll let it publish. Good. So it is published. Let me create another one more, then we can create our menu. Okay. So add a new menu. Add a new page. Sorry. Add a new page. Let me create it. Let me say Uhondo for tips and tricks. Uhondo. I'm naming them in Swahili so that you can differentiate the pages that we already have from the ones I'm creating right now, so that you can see how menus are created in WordPress. So we are going to, now that we've created our page, two pages. So we have Hondo and Nyumbani. I want these two pages to be included in our menu. Okay, so probably we'll have about us, Nyumbani, and Hondo. Okay, in our menu. So that is what I'm going to do. So the next process is to go to customize. This is how you create a menu. This is how you create a menu. So stay attentive. This is how you create a menu. Go to customize under your WordPress dashboard. Customize. Let it load. Let it load. There it is now. Click on menus. You'll see the option to click on menus. So click on menus, then create new menu. So this is how you create a new menu. Just create a new menu and say, let's say Swahili menu. Swahili menu. So that is what we are creating. Okay. Now be very careful. Earlier on in the video, in the class, we talked about the primary, secondary of canvas menu, login menu, and also the footer menu. So we want our menu to appear at the primary menu level. So this is where we want it to appear. So we are going to check this box and also check this box because we also need it in the footer section. Okay. So remember to check that box and check this box and click next. Now that we have created our menu and named it Swahili menu, now what we're going to do next is add items. Now these items are just web pages. Remember we created web pages earlier on. So we are going to add the pages that we've just created, like Hondo and Nyumbani. Okay. So those are the two pages that we've created right now. Okay, let me add another one. Let me add maybe about us and much more. Okay. So we have 4 web pages on our menu. So that is it. Let us publish. And as you can see, we have a menu, a primary menu up there. Now to reorder them, let us say that you wanted Nyumbani for home to appear first. Then this is how you do it. You can click on reorder, then use these arrows. As you can see, these arrows, we move them. So we want Nyumbani to appear then before Hondo. Okay, so just click on that and it will move it. And as you can see, Nyumbani appears before Hondo. Now let it, so there it is. Nyumbani comes before Hondo. So that is how you reorder your the items on your menu. Okay, after you're done, just click on done and always remember to publish. Okay, so that is how simple you create a primary menu. That is how you create a primary menu. And as you can see, we also checked that box for creating a footer menu. So as you can see, it also appears on our footer, on our footer section. Okay, so let us see how we can create a footer section. Okay, so the next thing that you are going to do is create a footer section. Okay. Footer section, footers. Now to create a footer section, okay, let me allow me to delete the one we have so that we can start from the very beginning. Let me delete the one that we already have so that you can see the difference between what I'm going to create and what we already have. Okay, so footer builder. Let me delete this one first. Okay, I think it is deleted. Yes, and just publish. Yeah, so there we go. Okay. Yeah. Now that we've created our menu, the next process is creating our footer section. So we want to create a similar section, something like that. Okay, so this is how you do it. Before you can create a footer section, you have to note one thing. You have to know that footers are basically made up of widgets. Okay. Now, widgets. Let me show you what widgets are. Then I will define them. So this is where you find widgets. These ones. Okay. Now, widgets are just containers. Containers that hold content within a footer section or any other section um, that is not part of your header. Okay. So a footer a widget is a container that holds content. Like this content over here is within a widget. Okay, so whoever put this content in this footer section, they first put this information into a widget. Okay, so let us see how to create a widget. This is how you create a widget. So come to appearance under your WordPress dashboard, widgets. Click on widgets. So just basically keep in mind that widgets are containers that hold menus, that hold pictures, that hold anything, any content that you may wish to add on your website. Okay. But specifically, we are going to use them in this lesson. We are going to use them to hold content within our footer section. So this is how you create a widget. So once you click on the widgets button under your WordPress dashboard, this is the interface that you will see. Okay. So first of all, we are going to create a widget, and this is how it is done. Okay, let me delete the previous one so that you see the difference. Let me delete this one so that we can create a new one. So to create a new one, just click on the plus button. Now what we need is a navigation navigation menu, but it is a widget. Now we are going to name it. Let us say Swahili menu. Swahili menu. Remember, we created a menu and we named it Swahili. Okay, let us name this one. Let us give it a name that we shall remember. Quick Swahili menu. Okay, menu. So remember, this is a widget. We are creating a widget that we can use to attach our quick menu to our footer. So we created the Swahili menu earlier on, and this is what we are going to select. So Swahili menu, select it, then update. Okay. Is it saving? Yes, it is saving. Let it save. Widget saved. Now that is good. Now that we have our widget ready and it contains our menu, now the next step is to add this widget plus our menu to the footer section. Okay. Now to do that, this is what you're going to do. Click on appearance, customize. Okay. Customize. Let it load. Customize. Then we want to locate the footer builder. We want to locate the footer builder. There it is, footer builder. Click on it. Now this is where you get to create your footer section. Okay. So to add our widget, we're just going to click on that plus button. Click on that plus button, then add widget. So you remember it was widget 1. So we are going to add the widget there, right there. And voila, let it load. And there we go, quick Swahili menu. So as you can see, the content of this Swahili menu is the same as the other one, as our primary menu. So we can also, what we've created is a primary menu and also a menu within a footer, which is called the footer menu. So that is how you do it. It is as simple as that. Let me publish and let us enjoy what we have created. Let us see how it actually looks like when we go to our website. When you visit our website, let it load. Give it some time to load. Give it some time to load. Give it some time to load. So basically, that is what we've been doing, creating menus and footers. So just remember that the primary menu is the main menu that a visitor sees or is met with when they first visit your website, and it is often found at the top most section of our website. Okay. Then the footer menu is from the menu, from the name footer. It is basically located under your footer section. As you can see, we have this section right here. So you can also use the same concept to add other kinds of information, like this one, like these social media links. Okay, like the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever links, or your contacts, your personal contacts, you can add them uh, in the footer section using the same concept that we have done in this lesson. So that is it. That is what I wanted to show you. I hope to see you in the next one. See you.